210 Boxing TV here with El Finito, Hector Tanajara Jr. So, got some good news. You're coming back November 18th, San Antonio Techport Arena, your homecoming. How do you feel about it?
So I feel great. Want to thank Robert Garcia, Mikey, everyone over there for the opportunity, to fight back home. I'm glad, I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm training hard, and ready to put on a great show for everyone here in San Antonio.
I saw you working out today, light sparring, hitting the bag and the peraloca, everything. How do you feel your coordination, your speed, your timing? How do you think everything's going right now?
I feel like everything's coming together. After my last fight, took a little time off. I'm feeling like myself again, feeling like, the Hector that I am, boxer, puncher. I feel like everything's coming together in camp. My dad and Art, they've been helping me a lot. Just everything's feeling great. I'm feeling like myself again.
The fight was a Zepeda. What do you think went wrong, or what do you think it was about how the fight went?
Give all the credit to Zepeda. He came in prepared, fought a great fight. It was more. It wasn't myself. Just wasn't me from the beginning. Like, I was there, but I wasn't there. No excuses. I had things going on outside of the ring. I just wasn't there mentally. But I know, me being 100%, I could beat him. I could beat anybody.
Do you feel like that's the best thing for you? So you took some time off and basically get your mind right. And do you feel like, you're better than ever? And then with this homecoming fight, it's going to build your confidence back up, and this is the way to build you back up.
Exactly. Exactly what you said is 100% correct. I feel like I needed to get my mind right outside of the ring first. And that's what I did, and everything's falling into place inside the ring. My training's coming well together. I'm feeling great. Conditioning, everything's great. Like you said, and I get this fight here back home to build my confidence back up. And after this fight, ready for big fights.
Are you happy that Robert Garcia and Mikey, because this is actually a Garcia Promotions card. A lot of people don't know that, but them believing you in like this and giving you this opportunity like that in San Antonio?
No, yeah, I'm definitely happy. They're my family, that's why they made that decision. They're looking out for me. They've always cared for me, and I care for them too. I appreciate them for this opportunity. They said that's why they're doing this, they want to see me back in the ring. They want to see me where I'm supposed to be, and I got all the love for them for this.
Do you still plan to be at 135? Because you're a really tall guy for the weight, but do you feel like that's the weight that you're best strong at, that you're strongest at?
I think right now, yes. I might. You never know, in the future I might try 140 pretty soon.
Now, I also wanted to ask you about your nickname, Infinito. Did you get that from Ricardo Lopez, or is that just how'd you get that name?
Well, yeah, it came from him, but I remember we were fighting in the Silver Gloves Nationals, and one of my teammates, he was on the same region, Aaron Morales. He trained with Robert also. His dad saw me fight, and he told my dad after the fight, he's like, man, he's looking like Finito. He's looking real sharp in there, and it just stuck after that.
Do you like that, putting that in your style? Because I see you're a boxer, Of course, when everyone thinks about a Mexican or even a Mexican-American, they think, slugger, come forward, throws a lot of punches. But do you like being a boxer, like using your jab and your distance?
No, yeah, I love being a boxer. I think that's the game, hit and not get hit. I've always been a fan of that since I started watching boxing. That's always been my style. Of course, I take a little bit here and there from every fighter, things I like, but ultimately that's my style, being a boxer, being smarter than the other guy, hitting and not getting hit.
You being in such a hot division, how do you size up these other guys? And some of their names coming up, like right now, Pitbull Cruz got buzz, Devin Haney, a guy you talked about in the past, he's the undisputed guy right now. Tank and Shakur got their stuff going on. Yeah. Who are the guys you're looking at, and you're looking at like, man, they're good or they're not so good?
I feel like everyone right now, that those big names, like you said, there's a bunch of great fighters in this division, and I feel like I'm one of them too. I just, lately it's been a different me, but hopefully this fight it's gonna show in this fight, and after that, I'm ready for any of those big fights. I feel like I'm up there with those guys. You want to build
your name back up to be mentioned, as one of the best guys at 135 with those guys?
Yes, sir, exactly, and ultimately get a belt and be one of those top guys in the division.
There's been a lot of talk about Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Do you think they actually fight, and who do you have in that fight?
I think it doesn't happen. I think it doesn't happen. I think it's a great fight. It's a 50-50 fight, but I don't think it'll happen. Being it's Al Heyman and Golden Boy.
It's promotional stuff, basically?
Yeah, promotional stuff. They don't really work with each other. I think it'll be a miracle if it happens, but I don't see it happening.
Well, and what do you think about the Spence Crawford? You being a fighter, a lot of fans, saying, "Oh, well, this guy's stalling the fight, or this guy's stalling the fight. This guy don't want to sign a contract." A lot of times, us fans or media, whatever you want to call us, we've never seen a contract and stuff like that. What do you think could be the reason of Spence and Crawford not happening?
I think it's the money. It's always the money, the part that plays a big part in everything. I know both fighters, they fought everybody. They put them in there with. I know they're not scared of each other. They've been wanting to fight. You see things from years ago. They're in back to stage talking shit to each other. They want to fight. They want to fight each other. But I think it's more political, more number wise than anything.
Do you think it's crazy? Because right now what they're saying is Crawford is the guy that doesn't want to sign yet because he wants more money. And fans are like, well, we'll just sign it. Who cares what you're getting paid?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's crazy? Because it's like, somebody, if they go for a job that pays so and so an hour, they're not going to say that if they're only getting paid $7.25 minimum wage an hour.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
Do
you feel that's crazy when the fans say that?
Yeah, I think so because they don't know what he's. He was champion at 140, unified. He's done a lot of things. Even at 147, when he came right at 47, he got a belt. I think he feels like he deserves more. The fans they just want to see the fight.
So as you mentioned, with Crawford, him being unified and everything. Do you understand you as a fighter, you understand where he's coming from, because he even told me that himself, that he wants to make sure he gets paid what he's worth. And like I said, the fans, they're like, oh, we don't care about that. We don't care about that. Just sign the fight.
Yeah.
Do you find that crazy, and do you feel like that's really what it's coming down to, is Crawford just wants to get paid what he's worth?
Yeah, I feel like it's crazy because he himself feels like he deserves more, and he's a great fighter. That's the biggest fight right now that everyone wants to see. So, of course, he's entitled to feel how he feels. It's crazy that the fans think like that. They don't know what goes on behind the scenes and numbers wise and stuff. Ultimately, how much you're gonna leave with and stuff like that. I heard that he was gonna take a smaller purse, but I'm not sure what's happening with that.
Yeah, they said that he's gonna take 65-35, but that he wants to know all the expenses, and then, like I said, I don't know all the specifics about that, but it just, there's so much back and forth. That's why I just want to get a fighter's take on that.
Yeah, you don't even know what's happening. If it's gonna be pay-per-view, there's money in the pay-per-view. There's just a whole bunch of things that could be a factor in that, but I think it's ultimately the money that's the factor.
Speaking about San Antonio, right? San Antonio boxing right now. You got Bam, his rise this year. We still got Josh Franco, Barrios is coming back, and then as you mentioned, your headline is November 18th card. Do you see this rise in San Antonio right now, where it's like boxing is just, we still have the Spurs, but the Spurs are not the Spurs no more, like Tim Duncan, Ginobili, and all that.
Yeah.
But do you feel like boxing is becoming like one of the main sports here in San Antonio?
No, yeah, I've always felt like that since I was a kid too. Seeing the pro boxers and stuff like that, I looked at them as gods, and I feel like boxers and boxing deserves a little more credit here in San Antonio. It's just now everyone's seen it. Bam, Mario started becoming world champion, then Josh, then Bam, and Bam on the big stage right now. So everyone's seeing San Antonio, but I feel like we've always been like that. We've always had the great fighters, and now the world's just seeing that.
All right, man. Anything you want to leave off with today, Hector?
No, man, thank you. I just want everyone to come out November 18th to the Techport Arena. Thank you for the support. You're going to see a great Hector Tanajara that night. All
right, man. We're actually supposed to do this yesterday, but we got mixed up at the barbershop. Shout out to Chewy Jones.
Yeah, that boy Chewy Jones.
He's the West Side San Antonio legend.
Yes, sir. He's been around for long. He's been cutting my hair since I was in elementary, I think.
Yeah, I've been going to him since the Acapulco, Cincinnati days.
Yep,
the Cincinnati Woodlawn days.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There too. I remember I was fighting in the Texas games. Went to go get a haircut by him real quick.
Yeah, Chewy Jones, bro.
Shout out to Chewy.
All right, man. Thank you.